Hi, I'm Niki Jabbour, and I love growing a wide variety of vegetables and herbs in my raised bed garden. Common garden advice when first starting a food garden is to look for the light and pick a site that offers at least 6 to 8 hours of full sun every day. But what if your balcony, garden, or deck doesn't offer that much light? Can you still grow any types of vegetables and herbs? Absolutely. Let me show you some of my favorite low-light vegetables. First, let's talk about light. It's important to look at your site and figure out how much sun it gets. There are 3 main types of light exposure. 1. Full sun. This is the best site to grow vegetables. Full sun means 6 or more hours of direct sun. 2. Partial shade. Often called half shade, a garden in partial shade can expect 3 to 6 hours of sun each day. 3. Full shade. A site that receives up to 3 hours of sun each day is considered full shade. It's difficult but not impossible to grow food plants in full shade. Take a look around your property to find the spot that gets the most light. This is where you should grow vegetables. And you can plant food plants in in-ground garden beds, raised vegetable beds, containers, or even straw bales. When it comes to growing vegetables in less light, there are a couple of rules. Rule 1. No fruits. Fruiting vegetables like slicing tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and squash need full sun to yield a good crop. If planted in partial shade, the plants may survive, but they will struggle and not yield well. Rule 2. Think green. Leafy vegetables and herbs are among the best crops to grow in low light. Spinach thrives in partial shade and goes from seed to harvest in just 40 days. Pick immature leaves as baby greens or let the plants mature for full-size spinach. Bloomsdale is a classic garden variety, but I also love baby leaf types like Seaside. Swiss chard is easy to grow and provides months of tender leaves. It can be picked at the baby leaf stage or as a mature crop. There are dozens of varieties to choose from, with many having stems in bright shades of pink, red, gold, and orange. I'm a huge fan of peppermint chard, as well as the classic rainbow variety, Bright Lights. Leaf lettuce is one of the best vegetables to grow in low light. Avoid heading types of lettuce as they need more light to form a large head. Instead, plant leaf lettuce varieties like red salad bowl and black-seeded Simpson. Harvest when the leaves are just 3 to 4 inches long. Leafy Asian greens like bok choy, mizuna, and mustard grow well in just 3 to 4 hours of light. They're also quick to grow and ready to pick in just 5 to 6 weeks. Beets can be grown for their sweet, earthy roots and nutrient-dense greens. In partial shade, the roots may be smaller than plants grown in full sun, but they'll still taste delicious. If your light exposure falls somewhere between partial shade and full sun, about 4 to 6 hours of direct light, you can plant cherry tomatoes. They won't produce as many fruits as those grown in full sun, but you'll still enjoy a decent harvest of super sweet fruits. Other vegetables to try in partial shade include bush beans, carrots, peas, and cabbage. Don't forget the herbs. My favorites for low light include mint, lemon balm, parsley, and cilantro. Finally, a couple of tips if you're growing vegetables in less light. First, start with transplants, not seeds if you can. It'll give you a head start on the growing season. And also, be patient. Vegetables grown in low light take longer to mature than those grown in full sun, so don't try to rush them along. Happy growing!